See off Everton with relative ease at the Etihad Stadium, beating the Toffees by 3-0. How important was it in the end, Tim, to do what they did after seeing Chelsea and Liverpool pick up wins themselves on Saturday?
Yeah, they've got to keep in the title race. For me, they're the favourites. I think Chelsea and Liverpool are very strong as well. I heard Jim talking in commentary there, hopes it's a three-horse race. I think it absolutely is a three-horse race. I think all three of these teams, you don't see them dropping too many points, so it's really important to hold on to the coattails of Chelsea.
Could Pep have had any concerns after that 90 minutes?
I suppose if you're a perfectionist like he is, he might have asked for a few more goals, considering the possession they had, chances they created. Sterling, instead of putting his foot through it, could have slotted it past Pickford instead of trying to take it around him. But in terms of how they dominated possession, how they opened Everton up, how patient they were in that first half an hour, then he'll be a very happy manager tonight. He knows he's had one or two injuries. He's left a couple out. He's brought a youngster in who performed reasonably well. So all in all, I think he'll be very happy.
Let's have a look back at that first City goal then. Terrific in its execution, as I mentioned earlier, Tim, but also the assist was something quite special.
Unbelievable. Cancelo, they keep the ball alive. They can't get it out because they've got no one up the field. So they can't put any pressure on Cancelo. He gets his head up, stroll in the park, have that outside the right foot, wonderful pass into the run of Raheem Sterling, times it brilliantly. Look at Raheem, he ends up looking at the back of Keane. We see Keane here, there. We're going to highlight him, watch his movement. Once he can't see now, Raheem Sterling's got a problem, but he doesn't expect the quality outside of the right foot pass. Now he cannot do anything about that. It's just a wonderful pass. And he makes the finish look very easy out.
It's an incredible pass. You won't see many better passes this season, and it needs the finish as well to complement, and he does. He catches it really well, the inside of the right foot. Very clever pass, very, very clever finish.
6th assist of the season for Cancelo. He's at the very top of his game right now, isn't he?
Well, all you want and hope for when you're a forward, when you make that type of run, because it's a superb run, he times it to perfection, you're just hoping that you can also have the quality of pass. And he got that perfectly.
If that was a good goal, what about this from Rodri?
Yeah, well, Everton went chasing early on in terms of pressing high, and they got punished for that because they don't really do it with any conviction. Yeah. It's at half-paced, really, and they find the space there, and all of a sudden, Man City are into them there and also there, albeit they do get back in the numbers, but there's just not really anything you can do with a strike like this. Sometimes you've just got to hold your hands up and say, it's just a fantastic strike. I originally thought that Pickford could have done a bit better, but having seen it 2 or 3 times, I think that's been a bit harsh because it is a wonderful strike. He was fantastic all game, Rodri. As well as that strike, I mean, it was a passing masterclass for me.
Look at that, he just rolls out perfectly to him, but he still takes some hitting. That's just a wonderful strike. But Alan mentions, Everton threw a few more bodies forward. But when you play with that negativity and you get behind the ball, and he's been coaching it all week, he's been telling them, get behind the ball, no distances, we don't go high. All of a sudden you lose a goal. Then you have to try and put pressure on up the field. You can't just say from the sideline, like Rafa's done, now we push forward. They need to be coached. Who goes? Does the other one follow in? Are we going to go with intensity? No time was any of them Man City players under pressure. They just passed, they come in, they just passed, triangle round them, and then Rodri got out. Quality from Man City.
Certainly. Rodri's goal capped a fine performance from the Spaniard. He was awarded man of the match in that game. To be honest, he could have been a pick of any other City player as well. Let's get his thoughts.
Rodri, congratulations. What's more pleasing, the 3 points or that stunning goal?
Thank you very much. Yeah, always is difficult after the national break. You never know. But I think the crowd realize how good we are in this moment of the season. I think we're outstanding right now. Not an easy game. Face Benitez teams, always very narrow, very deep. Very tough to have chances, but I think we showed today our quality. Of course, very happy because my goal, I don't score very much, but it was the second, so thank you very much.
Yeah, take us through what was going through your head when you went to take the strike. Is it just a sign of the confidence throughout this team at the moment that you saw your opportunity there?
Yeah, always getting those positions in the frontal area, and Many often I don't have the opportunity to shoot because I always pass, but in that moment I feel it, and yeah, it was kind of a rocket in the sense. But yeah, very happy because I saw it very clear. I need to finish the actions. I think many times we need to finish more the actions instead of passing. But yeah, very happy because the goal was a beauty.
He's really stepped in for Fernandinho, particularly the last 16 months, it has to be said. As for the third goal, Bernardo Silva, a man, also one of the many City players who's been at the peak of his powers lately, Alan.
Well, we looked at him before the game, didn't he? Or Tim did anyway, and he was one of the players that was perhaps being talked about as leaving, but his performances this season have been fantastic. Slightly fortunate to get it to him there before Palmer goes for the shot, which he's got every right to do that. Lots of bodies in and around him, and it falls very nicely for Silva, and he just tucks it away well. But it was another good performance from him.
Tim?
Yeah, Cole Palmer cuts inside. He knows there's an opportunity. He's the one who's alive. He anticipates, and as soon as it falls to him, you know the inevitable is going to happen. It ends up in the back of the net. He was great again today, but every player, I could say that about every player in the Man City shirt. They were fantastic. Rodri struggled when he first came.
He did, yeah.
You know, everyone was saying, is it Fernandinho? He's not dynamic as Fernandinho, not as aggressive in the breakdown. But I'll tell you what, he's got wing mirrors. You can't get the ball off the kid. Brilliant.
He is stamping his mark now, isn't he, on that City team?
Yeah, he's very difficult to stop. He reads it so well. He breaks up so many moves, and he offers that pass forward. You know, you get a lot of midfielders who get certainly when you've got that amount of possession, you've got a lot of midfielders who are happy to get it, pass it sideways, pass it backwards, which is easy. But what I like about him is a lot of his passes are forward and into forwards.
More reaction to come from the Etihad Stadium a little later on Matchday Live. We'll bring you Pep Guardiola later. Before that, though, we're off to North London, and a special day for the new Spurs boss, Antonio Conte, for his first home league game in charge. They're up against Leeds United.